Hey everyone, today I'm going to be ranking the Dark Knight Trilogy, so let's get started. So at number 3 I have The Dark Knight Rises. This was an epic conclusion to the trilogy. Bane was amazing in the movie. I loved his voice, it was so unique and iconic, and the performance by Tom Hardy just brought so much to the movie. It was great. My only complaint with the character was his conclusion. He was just defeated really easily, and I just think for a villain as good as Bane, he should have gotten a much better conclusion. It just felt really lame and pathetic. Now Catwoman, she was a pretty good addition to the movie, and I liked her quite a lot. Batman was great as always, and the ending to the character and for the overall trilogy was so good. It was brilliantly done. The action too was really good, especially the fight scene in the sewers between Bane and Batman. It was just really well done, and I think that this movie has some of the best action in the whole trilogy. All of the performances in this movie were great. Michael Caine as Alfred was just charming and awesome as always, and Gary Oldman as Commissioner Gordon was really good too. I just think that the cast was really good. The story too was great. I like that some of the elements from Batman Begins were in this one too. It just all worked really well, and this is my least favorite movie in the trilogy for several reasons. I just felt that the movie was a bit too long, and I often got bored throughout the film. But even with that said, I still think this is a good movie. At number 2, I have Batman Begins. This movie is fantastic. I love it. I'm a big fan of origin stories, and this movie has one of the best origin stories I've ever seen. I gotta give props to Christopher Nolan. He did a great job with the film. The villains, not as good as Joker or Bane, are still pretty good. Liam Neeson was great as Ra's al Ghul, and Scarecrow 2 was pretty good, not gonna lie. The Batman suit isn't the best in this one, but it's still acceptable, and again, the cast was amazing. And the best part of this movie is Bruce Wayne's story. It was phenomenal. Like, I truly have no words to express how well it was done. The action was fine, nothing special, but not too bad. But one more thing. I gotta say, the scene where Batman says his iconic line about not saving Ra's al Ghul, chef's kiss. Such an iconic and brilliant line. And finally, at number 1, I have The Dark Knight. What can I say? It's The Dark Knight. This movie is just phenomenal. There's a reason it's that famous. Heath Ledger totally deserved the Oscar. Rest in peace to him, because his performance as the Joker was so amazing. The voice, the look, the way he acts, everything. It was such a realistic and iconic take on the Joker. He really shined in the movie. Oh, and I gotta say, that opening scene was brilliant. It was so cool watching it. And the whole thing with Two-Face was done really well too. I feel like people overlook Two-Face, but he's quite good. That last scene with him was really intense, and you didn't know what was going to happen. His downfall was just so interesting to see, and his look, yeah, that scared me a lot when I was younger. Overall, this movie was just brilliant. It really is the best in the trilogy. That was my ranking. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to subscribe, but that's all for now.